We're now going to have a look at the tracking template benchmark reports. So the tracking template reports are all the ones with a TT on the front of them, and there are a few here we'll just skip over, but I'm just going to show you the TT detailed list report to start with. You can do this for the found set or one student at a time. So I'm just going to pull up a single student here, and that's going to show all of the tracking template information that we've got: Pat M, Pat R, NAPLAN bands, subject points, LOA counts, subject SME, weekly attendance. So this is a good report to run to see what information is in the system for your students, and all of these can be used in the other reports as well. So you can show individual templates or hide individual templates as well on this page. So we'll close out of this one. The next one we'll look at is the benchmark improvement. So we'll just have a look at the scaled score here, and we'll go from the year 3 to the year 5 test for NAPLAN. And I'll run this as a numeracy. So we'll create this chart. We've got an option here of a compact view or a photo view. We'll run the compact view in this case. And this is going to generate a report where it's actually going to show that relative gain between those two data points. This is loading up there at the moment. It's going to show the change in the scores between those 2 points. Now the length of the green bar here is the amount of change. At the moment it's sorted from the highest change through to the lowest change, and if there were any red ones, which there aren't in this case, that would indicate that they've actually gone backwards between those two junctures. Now we can actually then sort that by their first test, so where they came from to where they went to, or we can sort that by their second test as well, so where they ended up, and then it shows you where they came from. And so you can scroll through this and maybe have a look at different areas here. Maybe we're not doing such a great job of improving certain areas on the chart here, while we're doing a better job of improving other areas on the chart. So that's a useful one just for relative gain in any of the tracking template data. We'll close this one down. We've got a two-dimensional scatter chart here. This is just where you pick two axes and compare those to each other. So we're going to do, in this case, the Science, Maths, English result. I'll look at the latest reporting period, and we'll have a look at the English points in this case, and we're going to compare that to their Pat R result, and we'll do a scale score for that chart. Okay, so we'll run this report, and we're going to get dotted lines here. So these are our D's, our B's, our C's, our B's and our A's, and you can have a look at that as compared to the scale score in that PAT test there. When you mouse over, you get individual names as well at each of the data points. Okay, so the three-dimensional scatter chart is the compare any three. So we're going to do a similar chart here. I'm going to do x-axis, we'll do their English, Math, Science again. In this case, we'll run their English, and we'll put their NAPLAN scaled score for reading, and their Pat R score, stay 9. No, we'll do scale score, sorry. Rightio. So this is then a three-dimensional scatter chart that you can zoom around, and you can mouse over any of these data points as well. So you can just have a look for potentially those who are underperforming or overperforming in certain areas, compared to where they're getting on their A to E scores as well. So it's kind of like that two-dimensional scatter chart, but then you can rotate it and see a third axis as well. So it's really being able to import anything with tracking templates and then compare anything to anything to anything with that three-dimensional scatter chart.